Aloha and welcome to Hawaii. We had another couple of days in Los Angeles before we actually flew off to Hawaii, and we did quite a number of things. The first thing we did is we went to Universal Studios. In Universal Studios, the first thing we did is go on the official studio tour. They drive you around for around an hour or so. They show you a lot of behind the scenes sets, give you a lot of background information on the movies they filmed, people who've worked there. They run you through a few small stage sets where you visit the King Kong Island, or you get attacked by Jaws, or they show you a few underground subways that suddenly collapse, everything's on fire and there's water rushing in. So it's kind of an entertaining tour with lots of little interactive elements that kind of integrated into the tour. But it was really great fun. We had a really fun operator who was talking us through the whole thing, and we really enjoyed the tour. After the tour we went to see the Waterworld stunt show. The show was really well done. They had a great setup. It looked like a set piece directly out of the movie, and I think it may actually have featured in the original movie. Lots of fun, lots of action, obviously, to entertain the crowd. Everybody got plenty wet during the show, but it was great fun. After Waterworld, I just wanted to do a few of the rides, so we went down to the lower tier and I went to the Mummy ride, which was really great, really well set up, although I think I might be a bit too old to enjoy some of the effects they've put in. Transformers, which was good fun, and Jurassic Park, where I came out looking like I had just showered just because it was such a humongously wet ride. It was really great. It's like a boat ride, and at the end they dump your boat about 50 meters almost vertically down into like a little lake area, and I was just soaked in water. But it was great fun. It was a good day at Universal Studios, and it was just a lot more adult than Disneyland had been. The following day we basically just drove out to some of the beaches in San Francisco. So we went to Long Beach. Long Beach is a bit more of a marina. It wasn't really a beach area. It was kind of a port pier where you can do lots of boat tours and buy lots and lots of souvenirs and eat out. And it was a nice area, and it was very warm and sunny, but not really a beach area per se. After that we went to Santa Monica Pier. Now Santa Monica Pier in Los Angeles is actually a very iconic pier, also because it actually is the start or the end, depending on how you want to see it, of Route 66, which goes all the way from Chicago down to Los Angeles. It is a really nice area, but it was really populated. Parking was an absolute bitch, and I think we would have enjoyed it a bit more if there were a few less people, but well, it's a really popular area in Los Angeles, and it was kind of nice to just walk around during sunset time. The next day we did another tour, and this time we went onto a VIP behind the scenes tour at Warner Brothers Studio. Now while the setup wasn't as big or elaborate as Universal Studios, they did actually take us directly onto active sets for active TV shows. So the two most impressive things were, I think we went onto the set for 2.5 Men, and after that, me and Selena are both huge fans, we went onto the actual working set for The Big Bang Theory. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to take your cameras into the sound stages, which are the big square halls they've set up that are absolutely soundproof, where they actually have the sets for the shows that are currently running in, and so unfortunately couldn't take any video and couldn't take any photos on the actual set. But it was really impressive to go onto the actual stage where they filmed the show. The set was a lot smaller than I expected, especially Sheldon and Leonard's apartment. It looks really small in real life, and then once the way they filmed it, it just makes it look so much more spacious. But it was great to see. And then we kind of drove around a few of the outdoor sets, a few of the street areas that they've set up. They're all fake brick and everything. It's really funny. Went through a museum where they had a few of the original movie props from things like Batman and Harry Potter, and some of the other more elaborate costume movies. We then had one off day in Los Angeles just to run a few more errands, do a little bit more shopping, ship a few things off to Australia that we didn't want to carry along all the way to Hawaii and to Australia ourselves. So after that we flew off to Honolulu. We got up really early, 4:30 in the morning. It was pretty cool sky, though it kind of looked very apocalyptic as we were boarding the plane in Los Angeles, and then we flew off to Honolulu. With time difference and about a 6-hour flight, we got to Honolulu in the afternoon, checked into the Trump Hotel, which has a really great view of the beach area of Waikiki Beach in Honolulu, and then kind of just did a little bit of shopping before we went to bed. Yesterday again we had to get up very early, this time at 5 AM, because we took a tour all around Oahu. The first thing we obviously visited was Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor got attacked by the Japanese in 1941, and so it's been turned into a historic site. It's still an active military base, but it is used as a historic site, so they have a few museums, they have shows on, they have a lot of relics from the days, a lot of history on what actually happened on that date and on the, obviously following months and years. It was really impressive just to kind of get a bit of the background information, and one of the sites they still have a little memorial shrine set up on the Arizona battlecruiser that sank directly in Pearl Harbor, and so the whole remnant with all the 1,000 over people who died on the ship is still in Pearl Harbor where it sank, and on top of that they've built this little memorial shrine, which is really nice to see. After Pearl Harbor we took the bus all the way up to the North Shore, and we started visiting some of the really famous surfing beaches of Hawaii. Now most of these ones you can't actually go onto just because the waves come up all the way to the shore and sometimes flood a bit of the street. They're really huge waves, up to 20, 30 feet high, and there were actually people surfing there. But we kind of just looked at it from a distance. We kind of got up to the shore, just took a bit of video and pictures from a distance, and then the bus took us all the way along the North Shore, a couple of different beaches along the way, and then back to an outlook point that was overlooking the northern end of Hawaii. From the lookout you could really see the volcanic rock structure that really, built Hawaii, and especially Oahu, which is the island that we're actually staying on. It was a really nice tour. We got back kind of late afternoon and just kind of went to bed, a bit exhausted after that. Today is our last day here in Hawaii, and so we decided to just kind of take it easy, kind of walk along Waikiki Beach, get a lot of food, just kind of chill out, because tomorrow again getting up fairly early to take our plane back to Melbourne. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I will see you later.